Hey besties! Welcome to my channel. I hate intros, I literally don't know what to say, but this is my first video on this channel. My first proper video anyway, because my first video was from 2 years ago and I only uploaded it yesterday. But it's fine. Today's video is vinyl records I wish existed that don't. So basically I've gone on a vinyl generator and made my own mock-ups for these records that don't exist. I got this idea from multiple vinyl tubers. Please go check out their channels and videos too, because they had such amazing ideas. Some of them I would have made mock-ups for, but they just made them so well that I didn't. Like I remember Megan did a how to lose a guy in 10 days one, and that was just perfect. I was like, I don't even need to attempt that, like that's fine. I agree with that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Simply Lily made this trend up. I'm not 100%, so shout out to Simply Lily. So the first vinyl I made was Silence Between Songs by Madison Beer. Now this vinyl does exist. This vinyl does exist in a standard black and a white variant, but for anyone who doesn't know, sorry for the ring light reflection, this was the cover for a while. All physical things of this album were printed with this cover, and she changed the cover last minute, which I'm glad she did. I love this. I think it looks amazing, but it's very home to another one. Whereas the normal cover, our cover now, I'm in love with, and it just suits the vibe of the album so much better. This one definitely just gives more home to another one. But I do love this, but we don't have, as far as I'm aware, any real records of Silence Between Songs with the normal cover. So I thought about doing a grey, sorry if I'm looking off to the side, I've got the pictures to my left because I made them quite a few weeks ago, so I low-key can't remember. Not exposing myself right now. It's like a grey marbly pressing. I think that would suit it perfectly. And the center label, I did a screenshot or a picture from the Spinning music video, I'm pretty sure, or a picture of her on set for it. I just think it suits the vibe so well, and that is probably one of my favourite Madison Beer music videos ever. It's just so good. I just think the grey couldn't suit the album more. Now I did originally make a mock-up for this and I made it green, but then I found this grey and thought, I love that, I'm obsessed with that. But the green could go well too, or a brown. If you're wondering where's the centre label, I didn't realise I could add them at first, so I remade a few with the centre label. My first one is Silence Between Songs by Madison Beer. So the next final mock-up I have is the Shake It Up soundtrack. I was a Disney kid. I grew up like Disney and like Nickelodeon and everything like that. But I loved watching all this era of Disney shows. Honestly, Disney's prime. It was like Shake It Up, Good Luck Charlie, Jessie, Wizards of Waverly Place. And Disney do have a Wizards of Waverly Place record, so this is very possible. I decided that purple would just be a good idea. It just suits the cover, and when I think Shake It Up, I think of like purples and pinks. And ignore the fact the cover is slightly cut off. We don't talk about it. I could not be bothered re-editing that photo. I just thought it was a fun centre label, but honestly anything can be a centre label. It could probably just be the Shake It Up logo, but I thought this was pretty cool. And a lot of the songs as well, Zendaya and Bella Thorne were singing, and I just feel like this needs to be done. Like, my inner child will be healed. So the next mock-up we have is actually 7-inch, and it is Sports Car by Tate McRae. I apologise, the cover is probably a little bit blurry, but I screenshotted it from the music video because when I was thinking of this, and honestly I was just thinking of Tate McRae 7-inch vinyls we need in general, this is the cover I thought of because it's her doing the dances and it's from the music video. Favourite music video in the world, by the way. Oh my god, I can't tell you the amount of times I rewatched it the day it came out. It was crazy. Anyway, she is wearing like a racing helmet kind of thing. I don't know, I just thought it suits the vibe the most. The pressing, I don't really care what it is. I just want a sports car 7-inch, that's all. Sue me. Next we have, no surprise there, Madison Beer again. And we have two pressings for this. So we have a like plasticky pink one. Oh yeah, it's Boy for a 7-inch single. Whenever I think of Boy Shit or this era of Madison Beer, I think of this photo. That's what I thought should be the front cover. But yeah, so I was thinking either a plasticky pink or like a glittery pink. I know this isn't glittery pink, but it's the closest we're gonna get on that website, girl. It's the closest we're gonna get. The centre label could also actually maybe fit the cover better. But like I said, when I think of Boy Shit in that whole era, I really think of this photo. But the centre label photo could make a good front cover too. This isn't a want, it's a need. This isn't a want, it's a need. That's all. Next up, right in time for the revival series, we have Phineas and Ferb soundtrack. I dead ass wholeheartedly listened to this on Spotify. I have no idea what I last said, but my brother just came to my door. I'm currently in front of it, so he couldn't come in. And he was like, just letting you know, Spring Captors released a new single ready to buy right now. So I had to pause like priorities, so I ordered it. So unboxing, I'll probably do a little short on it because oof, I've scheduled out and planned every single video right up until the first 2 weeks of August. Don't even ask. July's a really busy month because it's my birthday month. I'm turning 21. Whatever. Anyways, nobody cares. Back to Phineas and Ferb soundtrack. One of my favourite soundtracks in the world, possibly one of the best TV show soundtracks ever. If this doesn't get made, especially with the revival series or the comeback, whatever you call it, I'm gonna be mad. The songs are so good. Nobody can argue with me. Argue with the wall. The songs are so good. We need this. We need the vinyl orange, or we could have like an orange and white, like like they did with the Lemonade Mouth vinyl, but instead of yellow and black, have like orange and white. Because like Phineas's top with the stripes. Sorry, Ferb. Or the vinyl could be purple, like his dungarees. If I get the colours wrong, I'm pretty sure I'm low-key colourblind. By the way, I'm not even joking. So don't hold me to it. But yeah, this is a need as well, not a want. Next, of course, we can't go a video. I'm saying a video, this is like my first proper video, but I just mean like if you know me in real life and know my music taste, we can't go a second without mentioning one of my favourites ever, Billie Eilish. My favourite song on the album, which quickly became my favourite Billie song ever, is L'amour de ma vie. But not just L'amour de ma vie, we need the Over Now extended edit, either on the other side or like attach it to the song, whichever. I just need it because it is one of the best songs in the world, to be honest. Can use a single cover, and then I thought green just went with it, or like an orangey brown. I don't know, but this is what I ended up with. So take it as you will. As long as we get one, I don't care what it looks like. If it's standard black, I'll be a bit sad because I don't think that's the vibe. I think we need a fun color. It'll be so good. It'll be one of my favorite 7-inch vinyl ever, forever. I think this one is gonna confuse a lot of you, and I'm planning to put it on the thumbnail so I think you would have seen and thought, what? Especially if you became a Olivia fan post Sour or you're not big into unreleased music. This is Olivia Rodrigo needs to release her unreleased music. You know what she was writing in like lockdown and stuff like that? Pre-Sour. We need it. Does anybody else remember when she posted the track list for Sour and Favorite Crime was on the track list and we all thought it was the song that we named Victim? Also, that's still one of my favorite Olivia Rodrigo songs ever, and she needs to release it. But because it's her old work, if that doesn't like represent who she is anymore, and I know she's kind of doing a write a song a day challenge back then, if all of them are from like that specific time, I can't remember fully, then I understand you might not want to release it because it might be a bit strange with your like branding or whatever. Release it physically. Release it as a CD, release it as a vinyl. It's not on any of your streaming services on your account. It's not attached to you that way, but it is physically. I just die for this. This is the track list that I would put on it. Basically, all of the unreleased music we got from that time that I'm aware of. Victim is just actually one of the best songs in the world. I can't believe this never got onto Sour. I was so sad. But also, Favorite Crime is in my top 3 off Sour. So I'm glad we did get that instead, but I wish we got Victim as well. Pretender was so good. All of these, amazing. Also, if I'm doing this weirdly, it's because I'm not used to this yet. It's my first proper video, so it might be really tiny and I'm like this. But yeah. Shout out to whoever made the cover for this. I just found it on Google Images and was like, wow, that's literally perfect. And a purple pressing is a safe and good choice for Olivia, especially an older thing around Sour, before Sour. I would kill for this. I'd actually send if this happened, and if I did not get my hands on it, I would cry and I would grieve it forever. Next, we have Diet Pepsi. We have Aquamarine. Apparently, I've never seen it anywhere, but I've seen a photo of it. So apparently, we have Aquamarine. As far as I'm aware, but I'm really terrible with keeping up with vinyl stuff sometimes, we don't have a high fashion one. And as of right now, that is my favourite song off of Addison Rae's singles from this new album that's coming out later this week. We need it. I just don't want the front cover to be feet. I'm going to be so honest. I know it's a single cover, so that's most likely what it will probably be for the cover. I'm not big on feet, gotta be honest. And also it's called high fashion, so why does that have anything to do with feet? Hot take, That can be the center label though, as you can probably see peeking out. And then just this like blue, because it's like similar to the color of a top, with some like it looks like the powder's gone into the blue for the pressing, if that makes any sense. That was my thought process behind this. This next one might be really niche, because as much as the In-Betweeners is like huge, like everyone knows that who's from Britain or the UK, I don't know about outside of that. So if you don't, please give it a watch. If any show says Britain, it's definitely the In-Betweeners. It is literally one of the best shows ever, because it's just so funny. But I think we need an In-Between soundtrack on vinyl. This will never happen, but in my dreams it will. And it does. Just because it's just got songs from like back then, around that era. It's got like Arctic Monkeys, and it's got like Foundations and songs like that. I just think it would be cool. The center label, I did the episode where they get a different coloured car door and they're carrying it, because it's just funny. Whatever. The center label could be anything. I kind of didn't put that much effort into the center labels, to be honest. Not much to say about this one. It's not going to happen, but if it does, best believe I'll be there. Best believe. So, of course, I'm talking about Madison Beer again. When am I not? In my family or my friends, ask any of them. She's all I talk about, to be honest. So, we don't have As She Pleases pressed on vinyl, and it's also really hard to get on CD or really expensive for resale for a CD. I'm pretty sure Zachary Khan did this, and he did it really well. I think his pressing was perfect. I wanted to have a go myself, and this is what I found and came up with. I don't know. His is better. But this is what I came up with. We just need it in some form. To be honest, I feel like it'll just be pressed on a standard black, and it won't be a gatefold, but like that's fine. As long as we get it, it's fine. I just want it. So we're back with Tate McRae again, also one of my most favourite singers ever, along with Maddie and Billy. Maddie? Who's a? It's because I was gonna say Billy, and then I don't even know. But anyway, we need It's okay, I'm okay on a 7" as well, and I love that single cover. It's very like Y2K-ish. And then the pressing looks like you've not had a drink for a while and you've had a wee. But if we just imagine a really nice, like tanned, like orangey or brown, something like that, just like a tanned colour, that'll be the perfect pressing. Next, I low-key made this one for fun, and I know a lot of people would buy this and appreciate it. And that is the Summer I Turn Pretty soundtrack. To be honest, I'm pretty sure a lot of the soundtrack is Taylor Swift, and I am not a Swiftie. I've not really listened to a lot of her newer music, so I need to kind of give it a go. But I just think it'll be so cool. The cover, it could interchange with kind of any cover of them 3 or 4, and I cut him off, didn't I? Because it wouldn't be a square otherwise. Blue, I was just thinking of like the sea, like summer vibes. The center label I put as a joke, because I don't know what to put as a center label for this, so I just thought that's funny. But I do think this has a huge possibility, especially with this series ending next month, as far as I'm aware, because it's a trilogy book and it's the 3rd season. This will most likely be made because Exo Kitty has a vinyl. So that's all I'm saying. Next, another thing, the Kid Leroy's team needs to like make more vinyl and like make more things for him, because he has Glove on vinyl. It's just like standard black, and then the first time vinyl I went to buy it, and it was only kind of for people in the US. For me, it was a US store, and it cost basically like £70 shipping, and I thought, I'm not going to standard black vinyl for £7, £70. I get it for 7. No matter how much I love the artist, and the Kid Laroi is my favourite male artist, and I was just like, no, I can't bring myself to do that. Fingers crossed they press more things. But anyways, for this 7" I was thinking girls on one side, and then the pressing, not too bothered. I just went with this because it's like a reddy pink. It looks red to me, but I can't tell because I'm bad with colours. And then this like blue or purple, I think it's blue. This is so bad. It's like bleeding into it, and he is like blue, and it's like bleeding into the red, which is like the top. Anyways, that was a thought process, but it's like not that deep. Speaking of the Kid Laroi, next we have the Kid Laroi again. This version of it, why is this not on vinyl? Why? It is so good. This is what got me into the Kid Laroi. I think either like a lightish blue pressing, or like a blue that kind of matches the cover, like this one, and it's kind of like marbled. I like that too. Or like a blue and a white pressing again. I don't know what this hand gesture is. This is, again, it's a need. It will definitely happen someday, I hope. Next is one of my top shows again. So I searched, and this actually does exist, but honestly, my pressing looks far better and my cover looks far better. I'm gonna be so real. Mine's better. Please press it again, repress it. But it is the Dexter soundtrack or score. I think it would just be fun. Like, I know Breaking Bad soundtrack and score is pressed on vinyl and has picture discs, and Better Call Saul's pressed on vinyl. And I know Dexter is, but like, can we put in a bit more effort? Watch me look back at it and be like, wait, it looks completely fine. This cover is too iconic. This is like so Dexter. The pressing, I was going with like a blood vibe. Like red, kind of darkish, kind of lightish. And then the center label is just typical Dexter photo that they probably used for the normal vinyl. But I was like, no, I want like a proper like Dexter like vibes photo, not like a, this is a photo shoot for promo for Dexter like the other one. Watch it not be like how I remember, and that is not the vibe at all. But yeah. Next, I can't tell if I love this or if it's ugly, but it's a Pretty Little Lies soundtrack. And I do know Simply Lily made a mock-up for this in her video, and hers was miles better, but I wanted to have a go at it for myself. Maybe regrets were made. I don't know. Cover is cool. I feel like you've got to have like one of those photos from that photo shoot. The pressing, it's like mud and blood, kind of. Does that make sense? That's what I was going for. I don't know if it just looks rusty. I think I like it looking at it, but I don't know how it would be received. So next, this one's a little completely out of nowhere and random, but it's my favourite Harry Styles song ever, and this is never gonna happen, but it's Carolina. Why does nobody talk about Carolina, like, actually, unless I'm just like missed out of these conversations? Nobody talks about it. This song is so underrated, and it still stands strong as my favourite Harry Styles song, and I don't think anything will beat it. And it's funny because the first time I listened to it, it popped up as a slowed and reverb version on YouTube. So instead of listening to like through the album, I listened to it through that, and I was like, wait, this is actually life altering. This is a brain altering, whatever the saying is. I just chose a random photo from HS on the photo shoot. I didn't know what to pick for this, didn't know what was the vibe. Just picked this. Don't really care what the front cover is, it can be anything. I think this pressing's really pretty. It either reminds me of sky, water, or a pair of jeans. One of the three. And then the center label is just, again, that kind of like vibe. As the front cover. This is one where I can say this is never going to happen. Ever. This is like 100% not happening. My last one for this video is Guts World Tour Live. I think that live on vinyl will be so good. I don't have any live albums on vinyl. Sorry, I don't know why I'm struggling to speak. But I am obsessed with them. I know that doesn't make sense, but I'm just like, I am a bit of a like bigger concert goer now than I used to be. I unfortunately couldn't get tickets for Sour, and I could not get tickets for Guts. And she's also one of my favourites, like, ever. That was heartbreaking. This, I know Megan did it. I've said this about everyone. You should just go watch the videos, don't watch this. But Megan did a really good pressing for this, and that is something I do, but I went a bit of a different route. And the center label, I think, is when she's singing like Obsessed. So I kind of followed from that with the red and the black. And she has done splatter pressings in the past. This would, of course, be the cover. But yeah, I'd probably go with more of what Megan did. But I just tried something for myself because it was fun. And I want it pressed. So we need to keep doing this so somebody presses it in some form. That was my last one. I'm going to do a part 2 of this. So please let me know if you want that. It'll come up in a few weeks, and that'll have a few different artists this time, but it'll still have Madison Beer and Tate McRae. I can guarantee that. It'll have a few more artists that I haven't mentioned in this and different soundtracks. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, I'll be uploading every Wednesday, so look out for that. I don't know what to say. Comment down below advice for an intro and an outro, please. I clearly need it. Also, sometimes I'll be doing bonus videos where I upload an extra video a week that might be a bit shorter. This week, Addison Rae's new album comes out, and you bet I've pre-ordered it and it's signed. So definitely a bonus unboxing video. Hopefully on Friday it arrives, and I will film, edit, and upload it on the Friday. So I'll see you on Friday. But if not, for some reason, I'll see you next Wednesday.